Hi, I'm Vicki Fleshour from the South Whitley Library, and for the month of December I thought we would do gifts you can give in jars, and I'm going to be doing three. One is a peppermint brownie mix in the jar, a hot cocoa mix from my mom that we used to have when we were growing up, and then a cranberry pecan muffin mix in a jar. So the first one I'm going to show you how to do is the peppermint brownies in a jar. So you will need some just granulated white sugar, some cocoa powder, some Andes peppermints, or you could probably use up chopped up candy canes as well. I have Andes peppermints that I got in bulk at our local Amish food store, and some flour, salt, and baking powder. So first you're going to layer in a cup of sugar. And I don't have any wide mouth jars right now, so I'm using regular mouth and my funnel from my canning jars. Thought that would help. And to tamp it down, I'm just using my tart shaper. Since, like I said, it's a regular mouth jar, it's kind of hard to get down in there with just a spoon or something. So I thought my tart shaper would work, and it's working pretty good. So you're gonna layer that in. Then 2/3 of a cup of cocoa powder. That wasn't good. Tamp that down in there. Try to make it look even and pretty all the way around. Then another cup of sugar. These would be good to take if you take a hostess gift to a Christmas party or something, or a co-worker gift exchange, or your children's teachers. Tamp the sugar down in there, trying to get it as even as you can. Then you're going to add in 1 cup of the Andes mince. If you had candy canes, that would look really pretty in there, the red and white. Then it's 1.25 cups of flour. it's going to be full right to the top. That's why you want to make sure you tamp it down really well. And then a half a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking powder. All this out of the way so you can see it. And it's right to the top. So then I had some scrap Christmas fabric laying around. So I would just put the lid on and then put a scrap of paper or a scrap of fabric over it and screw your lid on. And I made some labels on my Cricut. If I can peel it off here. So you can just put your label on here. That. And then I have what they're to do with the mix. So I'll tie that around the top. I have some twine here. There, and you have a gift to give to someone, to a teacher, or take for a hostess gift. So the next one I'm going to show you is the cranberry pecan muffin mix. So I'm going to get those ingredients around and then I'll show you how to do that. The next one I'm going to show you is a cranberry pecan muffin. So you start with 3/4 of a cup pecans, and mine are chopped. You could probably use whole pecans if you wanted to. Get those kind of even in there. You may not have to tamp them down very much. And then 1 cup of dried cranberries. Those in. And then 1/2 cup of brown sugar packed, and I'm going to use a 1/4 cup here, so there's 2 of them. Even that out and tamp it down. And next we have 1 3/4 cup of flour. 1/3 of a cup. Cup. And then we have 2½ teaspoons of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. There's 1, 2 and 1/2, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. This one's not quite as full as the peppermint brownies were. So again, I just a minute, grab my lid. My lid, and then a piece of fabric, and then the ring. And I'll put, I don't have that on there straight. I'll put the directions for these recipes down in the description, along with the recipe that you give to the person you're giving it to. And this one has a longer how-to at the end, so I had to write it out. I couldn't do it on my Cricut Joy. I could have, but it was a bit long, so I just wrote this one out. And I have a sticker for this as well. Oops. I can get it off the paper. There you go. Whoops. Go off. There we go. And there's the cranberry pecan muffin mix. I'm gonna get my ingredients for the hot chocolate mix, and I'll show you how to do that one. Okay, the last recipe I'm going to show you is hot chocolate mix, and I got this from my mom. She used to make it for us when we were growing up in the wintertime. Here we're in northern Indiana. And we would have this when we came back in from playing outside. It's really easy. She got it from my grandma. So it's Carnation instant dry milk, or not just dry milk mix. She uses Carnation brand, but I'm going to use just this instant Kroger brand. So I have pared the recipe down from what it actually is. I'll put the actual recipe in the description, but what I'm going to show you is just a little bit of it. So I'm going to use 2 of these packages that make a quart each. The original recipe is a box that makes the 8-quart size of milk. So 2 of these. And then a 1/4 cup of powdered creamer. Just the regular brand, the original. You could probably use flavored creamer. It would be good as well. So a 1/4 cup of creamer. The original recipe calls for an 8-ounce jar of this. Whoops, it is a quarter cup. A little bit over a quarter cup. I got it on there right. A half a cup of Nesquik. The original recipe is the 1 pound size, the whole container of it. This makes a lot, but I'm just gonna show you this little bit today. And then it'll be a half a cup or a quarter cup of powdered sugar. The original recipe calls for a cup of powdered sugar. And you just mix all this together. And this, again, is a good gift-giving recipe to do. You can give some to your friends and neighbors. So I'm just going to put this in this 1 quart jar. I didn't quite fill it up. That's okay. And then again, just with the lid and the fabric. And the sticker. Like I said, I made these on my Cricut. If you don't have a Cricut, you can just write it on a piece of paper and tie it around the top like I have been with the directions. This is just, you do a 1/3 cup of mix to 8 ounces of hot water. And this will keep for a while. We would have it all winter. And that's how you make the hot chocolate mix. So I hope you enjoy these recipes. Like I said, the directions will be in the description below. And please like and subscribe to the South Whitley Community Public Library's YouTube channel. Thank you.